Evidence of S tier nap. Everything is a painful reminder. Hey, you going to sleep? Yes, now shut up. Do you do the math homework you were assigned? Clearing up storage on my phone. Being lazy and letting it pile up. When you say bye to someone, and then you both walk in the same direction. When you accidentally make eye contact with someone in public. Let me know when we can hang out. Me, I'll take a look at my calendar and get back to you. Your phone has a small round hole at the bottom with a very important function. Have you known all this time? How I sleep knowing it will always be his loss. This is what the O in a clock stands for. When you push the vacuum cleaner over a spot of dirt and you hear it crackle. Me, I'm so late to work. Also me, at least you're going to work. Me, don't touch that. My kid, don't ever tell me what I can and can't do. When you try and enjoy life for a second. When someone has the audacity to raise their voice with me, it's showtime. Leaving a house with pets be like. When you wake up and have no texts from B, but then you remember you don't have a B. Don't fall in too deep, he might not feel the same way about you. Girls. Me trying to trust the process, but I got trust issues. How it feels to save money instead of buying a little treat. Once I get home, I will do everything I need to do. Me at home. It's not that funny, me and my friend. How it feels to have a little show you're looking forward to watching after work. Friend, you wanna come out? Me, sorry, already have plans. My plans. Are you seriously going to cry because you don't like how your clothes fit? Me. Here's helicopter in the distance. Me, stopping whatever I'm doing. For absolutely no reason. Feds. My family, you about to go to work. Me and my work clothes. Me, just because I'm ridiculous on the internet, doesn't mean I'm this way in real life. People who know me in person. It's worse. It's so much worse. My friend, do you know how to cut hair? Me, yes. People meet me and say you're so quiet. Nap, I'm reading you. Give me a minute. Me, I got paid today. Bills, I got paid today. Bestie, I can't find him on social media, and I only know his first name. Me. Me trying to explain to toxic people why I can't be around them. You are a thief of joy. Me, no one hangs out with me. Someone, let's hang out. Me. Me whenever my friends send me voice messages to explain some drama. When the wife uses your shoes to get something from outside real quick. Baba, you like it? Me, I like it. Me walking back to my car. Me with a bulked nose thinking about all the great times I had with an unbulked nose. Me immediately calling my bestie after my therapy session to see if she has the same opinion as my therapist. 23 missed calls, 120 messages. Me with my phone in silence. The kids blamed the footprints on the dog. When I tell a story and he says, must have been your other boyfriend, and I realize it was. I wish I was a kid again, so everyone would be proud of me for taking a long nap. When your favorite top doesn't fit anymore. When you go to a public toilet and the door has no lock. Me recovering from a social event that I only went to for 1 hour. Me waiting for my phone to connect to my car's Bluetooth so I can start driving. Me, just sleep 20 more minutes. Me, how about 30 minutes? Me, just skip work. Me, just quit your job. Kids these days will never know the struggle. Mom, can I have burger? Mom, we has burger at home. Burger at home. What I see when I wake up, and then his face when he realized I'm awake. Them energy drinks are bad for you. Me at 9 AM. At the first sight of spring, the state flower can be seen blooming on every roadside. Me at night overthinking everything instead of sleeping. Me watching everyone go to sleep while I stay up and overthink everything in my life. Me when I'm alone and the voice in my head says something funny. Pull the clutch, release the brake and accelerate. Me. Me when my alarm goes off and I'm still very sleepy. Magician. Take any card. Me. Takes his credit card. Magician. Me to myself. Try not to be weird in front of everyone. Me 3 minutes later. When Alexa wakes you up at 3 AM with sorry, I don't understand. When you tell your parents a joke and it turns into a lecture. When grandma gives you just a little snack before you go home. Me, you need a haircut. My son, no I don't. Also my son. If you're right-brained, you'll see a rabbit. If you're left-brained, you'll see a fish. If my alarm clock could speak, I have asked you thrice. Adulting is being excited to just go home and go to bed. My past selves watching me make the same mistakes. My son being the first son, first grandson, and the first nephew. When you're finally feeling good about yourself and somebody says you look tired. How I look at my man who is the love of my life. Neighbor goals. Hi, who are you? Your neighbor. Oh, hi, what's up? Turn up the volume of that sad music. I want to suffer with you. Still don't understand how people with no jobs are holding iPhone 15 Pro Max. Finally, a day off. My day off. Girls, why can't guys understand the obvious signals we give them? Girls' obvious signals. This is how I look 95% of the time when I'm at home. When you feel guilty about being lazy, but you're still being lazy. When I'm already overstimulated and my kids start whining. Me every night. I'm going to wake up before the baby, take a shower, and have some coffee. Me and my baby every morning. POV. Me when a homeless man is explaining where his life went wrong, and it starts to sound exactly where I'm now. New Yorker builds igloo in Brooklyn, and lists it on Airbnb for $200. Teacher, next person that laughs can leave. Friend looks at me. Are you feeling refreshed, energized, and ready to take on the week? Me. When the ice cream is giving you brain freeze, but it's so delicious you can't stop eating it. Me waiting for you to see the text I just sent you from the same room. Me getting ready to leave the house. Dealing with people you can't stand. Having a girlfriend is cool until you realize how much you have to feed them. How teachers explain a topic. That one friend who explain at last moment. When I'm home. And when I'm out. 100%. 2%. Someone unfollows me. Me. Sweetie, I'm unfollowing you too. Me complaining that I have no social life, when in reality, I love staying at home and not talking to anyone for several days in a row. I'll just get gas in the morning. Me in the morning. I've made a huge mistake. Me, when I get home, I'm going to be so productive, do all my work, and get my life together. Me when I get home. What time do you usually eat? Me. Oops, I'm shaking. Time to eat. Me the second I get home from being anywhere. When my yapping battery runs out, so I just sit there like this. When your kids want daddy because mommy is overstimulated and outcasted for being mean. A 45-minute nap should set me straight. 4 hours later. A dog gives you peace and happiness. My dog. On the first date, when he says it's so nice to finally meet a girl who's not crazy. A win is a win. Huh. I'm going to marry you one day, but you need anger management classes please, or rehab. I'd pay for your rehab. Me, doing something I'm perfectly capable of and have done before, but someone decides to watch. Him, can't wait to wake up next to you every day. Me when I wake up. I picked up my mom drunk, and she said, "Can we get McDonald's?" To which I replied, "No, we have food at home." Been waiting years to say that. Me, no more. Your dog food bag says 1 cup. The dog, the Oreo box surely doesn't say 16 Oreos Trisha, but here we are. I left my teddy in my room, and the housekeeper did this. 100% would tip. Fattest man in the world in 1890. He traveled with a circus, and people paid money to see him. That's not even the fattest guy I've seen this evening, and I've been home alone all day. My girlfriend said, "Is there basketball on?" Then put on the game and walked away. 2 hours later, I'm like, what is she doing? She's napping. She turned it on to keep me occupied like a toddler. I'm convinced that Carol Baskin murdered her husband. Finally, an expert has weighed in. My son has been eating electrical cords. What do I do? Ground him until he conducts himself properly. My body is a temple. Yours, a nightclub. Temples are open to everyone. Nightclubs have restricted access. Nice try though. One time, I accidentally went to the men's washroom instead of the women's. I only found out after I opened a pad and the person in the store next to me said, "Dude, it must be a huge shot if you're having snacks in here. Good luck." I choked on my water. Tell me what you smiling about today. My girl cheated on me with a married man, and the wife beat her up. Being kissed in your sleepies, like the purest form of love, unless you are home alone or in prison. I was riding in an Uber with a guy male colleague when his Grindr app notification went off on his phone. The female Uber driver said, "I know that sound. My husband plays that game all the time." I waved to a man because I thought he waved at me. Apparently he waved to another woman. So to get out of the awkward situation, I kept my hand up and a taxi pulled over and drove me to the airport. I'm now in Poland starting a new life. Me after dyeing my hair too many times. Being a baby isn't easy. Imagine your foot is itching, you're crying, and your mother gives you milk. Hair is a reflection of the soul. My hair. My husband's wife got me the cutest gift. I post memes more than selfies because I rather see y'all smiling than falling in love. My pet who doesn't understand it's begging for boiling water that's on the stove. Hello auntie, come get me because your sister yelled at me again. Babe, do you think I'm toxic? Lol. We broke up 4 years ago. Please leave me alone. Show me an actor that played their role so well, you can't trust them in real life. I'll start. Me going back to sleep after my alarm rings. People who have social media but never post anything. When I read a message 5 times and still don't know how to reply. World map of true proportioned continents. My whole life was a lie. Me laughing at my own text because I'm hilarious. Dad, clean your room. Me, it's my room. Dad, it's my house. Me, then go clean it. Dad. When you rub your eyes and you forget that you have mascara on. If this is the future, I'd rather live in the past. When B calls late and I'm half asleep but I wanna talk. Only people with nose piercings will understand. Me every time someone points a camera at me. Girl, our relationship is over. Me, our relationship is what? Over. When you're deleting your profile picture because something dramatic happens in your life. When I hear my own voice in a video. Me watching everyone's toxic relationship from my throne of singleness. How can I transfer money that is in my mind to my bank account? Me getting up in the morning after staying up late to watch an unfair match. Had some leftover concrete on the job today, so decided to bring it home. My own money be like, what you trying to do now? Me when I have to go outside. I listened to a French song till I cried. Later, I was informed that the song was about agriculture. When someone is straight up lying to your face, but you already know the truth. Bro sacrificed himself to prove a point. You're not smart at all. My IQ is 5 times your own. 5 times 0 equals 0. Me and my sister don't apologize. We just suddenly start acting nice to each other. Me daydreaming about winning the lottery, even though I don't play it. What's your dog's name? Jerry. Jerry? Why? How can you let a guy with no passport tell you you are the most beautiful girl in the world? I haven't watched my comfort movie in a while. The movie. Do you run? Yes, out of patience and money. Friend, don't dance tonight. Me as soon as somebody yells I. Nobody. Me thinking I'm hiding my irritation whole time my face looks like this. My best camera angle. Who else thought that was an extra long camera lens? Me checking if everyone else is vibing with the song I put on. When I'm serious. When I'm excited. I thought it was weird someone put tape over the sign. No relationship, no situationship, no talking stage, no sneaky link. I'm just a chill guy. Everyone, I'm afraid of your dad. My dad. Send me the photo we took last night. The photo. Me at 20 years old watching my mom make my favorite food because I told her I was craving it. Friend, don't post that. You're just going to stir the pot. Me. Sometimes life just feels like this. When your headphones get caught on a door handle. When you've mastered the art of minding your own business. When it's been 6 months of your breakup and she is celebrating a 1-year anniversary with her new boyfriend. The spider on my ceiling watching me fall asleep with my mouth open. When your boss asks you to train your replacement. I'm not an early bird or a night owl. I'm some form of permanently exhausted pigeon. When she takes a picture of everything on the date except you. When your grandma says she got you something for your car. Me when I have a day off. My emotions. Me. Not every friend request is a friend request. Some are just surveillance cameras. When you go into a deep conversation with someone who understands. Go ahead and text one of your side chicks. I know I'm better. The only side chicks I have are your other personalities. I'll see you at home. Come over to my house and let's do something. What we do. Tim, you're the only girl I'll let come to my apartment. His dog. For those of you who don't know the difference between a crocodile and an alligator, the crocodile is the one next to the alligator. How boys tell a story. How girls tell a story. How I tell stories. My love, do you talk to girls? Of course not, my heart. I don't talk to any girl except you. Okay, do you know, Sophia and Angel Raya, that you chat with them? They're me. It's also an incidence that I don't talk to any girls except you, my love. No matter how bad you are not useless. You can still be used as a bad example. People who drink bulk coffee trying to convince you that it tastes good. Me when I think about how much I overshared in a conversation. Parents' expectations from their kids. Me at 9 AM, I'm gonna go jog, do laundry and clean all day. Me at 7:30 after 10 hours of Netflix. Where are you going, honey? I'm eating alone. You lied, right? Take a picture for me to see. Me, I'm not going to think about it. Also me. Before marriage. After marriage. When you buy expensive food and it tastes bad. My husband, you still mad at me? Me, no, why? Also me the rest of the day. When you see the waiter walking towards you with your food. When you eat because you're sad, but now you're just fat and sad. Once the temperature gets younger than me, don't ask me to go nowhere. When it took her 2 hours to get ready, but she's rushing you to put your shoes on. My dad tried Adderall for the first time. But daddy, you didn't tell me the money is for my school fees. When you're cleaning your room and get distracted by the stuff you found. How women read love letters. How men read love letters. Me describing my style. I'm a rich person who doesn't have money. Oh, look who's come out of her room. Wow, it's a miracle. See? I told you nothing is impossible. Wow, never thought I'd see the day. When someone has explained something to you 3 times and you still don't get, so you just smile politely. Wanna know a real adult life quack? Don't tell anyone when you have a day off. Absolutely no one. Girl in front of me walking down the street. Me walking faster to overtake her so that she doesn't think some dude is following her and feel uncomfortable.